Hello to all of my Pisces out there, and welcome to Flame of Guidance. This is going to be a Pisces general energy pick a card reading, and it is a timeless reading, so whenever it is that you come across this particular reading is when we are going to pull the energy. So we have 3 piles for you to pick from. Pile number 1 with the blue butterfly, pile number 2 with the yellow butterfly, and pile number 3 with a purple butterfly. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to. And once you've selected your butterfly, go ahead and go to the timestamp listed below, and I'll see you there. Hello to all of the Pisces pile number 1 who chose this blue butterfly. This is going to be the general energy reading, or the general energy happening when you come across this video. It is timeless, and we're both going to find out what it is that is happening. I pre-shuffled these cards, but I haven't looked at any of them, so together we're going to find out what is going on with you. We have the Temperance, the High Priestess in the reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Tower. Okay. Then we have the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, let me just pick up on this energy because I'm getting like a little bit of anxiety. I don't know if somebody's secret was exposed, or I think whatever it was that you had anxiety about coming out, or whatever it was that you were feeling like there was no letting go of that. I don't know, I feel like there's something that just kind of came out, almost like an exposure of some sort, like a big, almost like a big moment of like what was that? Like, who are you? Sorry, I'm getting a lot of anxiety. I don't know if maybe you had accidentally, it's kind of like someone finds out that, you know, they, I don't know, have like an admirer of some sort, and it's because the admirer exposed himself, and you might be the admirer. It's like you were really into someone, you didn't want them to know, and then out of nowhere, like your friend goes and tells them. Something like that. I don't know. It just feels like something really, really secretive that you kept to yourself, that you didn't want anybody to know about, just kind of came out. And it's something that you never really like to talk about, something that you keep to yourself. It's something that you're almost kind of stuck on or obsessed with. Could be like a habit, like one of your habits were exposed, or maybe this is about someone who exposed themselves and it's now you seeing who they really are. It's like the truth came out, and I'm seeing that with the Tower and the Temperance. Usually, you know, after the Tower comes the Star, and then we get to the Temperance where there's like healing and balance, but with the Tower ending and not beginning, and the High Priestess in the reverse, it's like something big was exposed, something huge that once was really kept tamed or secret. Somebody was really good at keeping I don't know, almost like keeping harmony with everyone around them because they never shared the secret. This wasn't exposed. This wasn't revealed. You kept it to yourself. You were even going to keep it to your grave with the Four of Swords. So yeah, there is like something that with the Ace of Swords here was definitely either a text message came through that you weren't expecting, of maybe someone who you thought was like gone or dead, or maybe you texted someone who you no longer spoke to. It's like there's this big exposing moment, or this big realization, but I feel more like a secret, or maybe it could have been a text with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So it probably was a text that may have been intended for someone else and it went to the wrong person. So maybe you were talking to your friend about some particular person that you're really into, and instead of sending a text, like a juicy text to your friend, you accidentally text the person you're into, and now it's like embarrassing. You don't know how they're gonna take it, that kind of thing. But there's like a big, okay, let's keep going. Let's pull more cards. There's, I don't know, like a secret here that got exposed with the High Priestess in the reverse and the Tower and the Eight of Swords. It's something that someone didn't want anybody to know about. It's like it could easily be put out there if they didn't want it to. That's why they're like pretending to be stuck, or I don't know. It's like interesting. Okay, so commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. Okay, so this could have been with a commitment. So maybe, I don't know if, I don't know if someone was in a committed relationship and then somehow broke up with the other person. Well, I don't want to say that, but they did break up with the other person because of something huge that came out about them, like a truth was revealed. I don't want to say it could have been like third party situation here. I don't know. I'll pull more cards, but I definitely see something. Oh my God. And then detachment just fell out in the reverse. I never read these in the reverse. Wow. Okay. So yeah, there's a breakup here. Someone was exposed over something and it caused a big ripple effect where nothing will be the same again. With the Tower here, nothing is ever the same again. When the Tower card comes through, there is a drastic 180 in life, in a situation, in a person, in a circumstance. So with detachment coming through in the reverse and commitment here beside it, and I was saying somebody's secret came through, I feel like someone you may have been dating had something came out about them. Maybe they were cheating or something. I don't know. Maybe they were talking to other people thinking that you guys were on those terms and not as serious as maybe you thought. So once you figured that out, or once you found out this person, or maybe this person texted you on accident when they were trying to text their booty call, but you're severing ties completely from this person. Okay, so it says, let me read it. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve you. That no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yeah, so I'm getting like a energy. So I got anxiety earlier. I'm like getting grossed out. I think something was revealed about someone that maybe you took a really big pause, like you reflected on it and you were like, you know what, this is not for me. This is not what I want. And I need to sever ties. I either need to directly say to this person, you know what, we're done. Or I don't even have to, because this person just put themselves in a compromising situation where I didn't have to do the work. They're gone because they called themselves out, like that kind of thing. Friendliness. Yeah. Ooh, this could have been a friend. Maybe you thought you were best friends or close to someone you could trust. You told them your personal secrets, or you told them something in private, and they ended up exposing this about you, and it really bothered you. Like, it really hurt your feelings to the point of detaching from this particular friend. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forgo. I'm sorry, I cannot read today. In order to forge love-based connections. So maybe somebody was like, hey, I want to be with you, and the other person's like, we could just be friends. Or maybe somebody was like, I don't know if you had maybe like a strictly benefits friend, and they were like, I want to be more than that, and you said, hell no. Or vice versa. Take it how it resonates. Trust. Okay. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and faith in your intuition. Somebody's trust was completely broken or lost, especially with the High Priestess in the reverse and the Four of Swords. There's secrecy that you kept personal that was outed with the Tower. So someone's trust was definitely abused here, especially with the Eight of Swords. What kind of person would just leave someone there, right, blindfold them, put swords around and say, try and get out, and scare them into thinking that they really can't get out? I mean, she could if she wanted, but she's so psyched by the person telling her, you can't, get out. Let me show you the card so I make more sense when I'm talking about this. But it's like this is loosely bound around her. The swords are all over the place. She could walk through them. But because whoever put her in that place said to her, you can't, she was betrayed. She was deceived, I'm sorry. So I think there was something that you kept personal and to yourself, that only you knew, that you maybe shared with someone who then broke your trust because they did something messed up with that information. They took with it and ran, and now you're thinking twice about actually wanting to have this kind of energy in your life, Wow. Okay, Pisces, pile number 1. This is like a very juicy reading. Love is your energy. Yes. Okay, so whoever did the big mess up, or whoever was the shady person, they're not okay. It's no longer existing in your life, because whatever had to fall apart or detach, or whoever you had to detach from, or whatever it was that needed to completely had to be gone from you and yourself to allow you to be the best version of yourself. That's totally what was necessary for you to only bring in this higher energy into your life, because the Ten of Cups is a very loving energy. It's also with like really close friends, close family. It's a loving energy, and love is your energy. So I think that whatever it was that kind of threw you off, that you were really comfortable at one point with this person. You were close to this person with the Ten of Cups. This is like almost family, like best friends for years. I'm so sorry about that, Pisces. My computer, oh my God, my camera totally died, and I had to charge it for a minute before I could come back to your reading. But what's really odd is I had actually been charging my camera for a while, so the fact that it just turned off like that and then was dead is really weird to me. So it's almost like I don't know, like that Tower moment energy that I felt from you guys. It's almost like that something just stopped out of nowhere, with you didn't even know how or anything. Anyway, so leaving back where I left off, or going back to where I left off with the Ten of Cups and love is your energy, it's almost like you are going to gain back your power, and you're gonna make sure to reserve that for a better person, because with the Four of Swords, you're also going to go into like reflective mode. You're going to go into a place of self-love. And I think that this is actually going to be a smarter thing for you, especially with the Ace of Swords. I think this is exactly what was intended to happen, because the Tower is a long time coming. When a Tower moment happens, it's a long time coming. It's like a really quick, like, this had to happen for one reason or another. So let's see what else we have here. Don't stop. Okay, see, so there's definitely going to be a breakthrough moment with the Ten of Cups and love is your energy, but it's going to be a breakthrough for yourself. This is like complete self-fulfillment. So this this situation or person that literally I don't know what had happened between you and this other person, but whatever trust was like broken, it's almost like don't stop your life for this particular person because the trust was broken. Kind of take it with a grain of salt and move on. I don't think you should look back at all. And I think that's what don't stop is here to tell you. It's like, don't look back. It's not just don't stop, keep going motivational. No, this is like, take a moment and take a breather, yes, from other people, but don't let that stop you. You know, don't let it pull you back in any kind of way. And also don't stop letting this happen to you. Like, if you need to move on because you've been there, done that, then go ahead and move on. Don't stop moving on if this is like gonna be better for you in the long run. Okay, we have honeymoon and past relationship. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now it all makes more sense now that I pulled these two out, what the storyline could be here. But I think, okay, so I don't know if someone had definitely exposed something or come through or showed up at a inopportune time, and it could have been someone that maybe you were with before, and there is a separation between you two with the honeymoon here and the Four of Swords. There may have been distance between you for a while, and you've moved on with your life and you've actually found yourself in a much better place. And I think this person out of nowhere just texted you and it threw you off. It rubbed you the wrong way. That could also be what I'm feeling, but maybe that's the mishap here. Maybe that's that text message that was sent out to the wrong person. It's almost like whoever it was that just came back, they almost texted at the wrong time because the wrong person found out if there's distance. This is interesting. That's a random message, but okay. Pisces pile number 1, you have a really juicy spread right now. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, it's super intriguing, and I'm so loving your reading because it's almost like this big, like, what was that kind of moment? Like, who was that? Like, where did that come from? It's definitely, yeah, someone that you detached from, also with past life relationship and detachment. Love is your energy, and the Ten of Cups, maybe they were trying to reconcile and it threw you the F off. And you've had so much growth since this person that you should not stop going towards this excitement that is best for you. I think you were like in something that was really fulfilling. It's almost like your life was in a completely great place, and then out of nowhere this incident happened. It kind of caught you off guard. Maybe it could be that this friendship that you had was from like way back in the day, and when you found out and you were like, you know what, I need to detach regardless, because after everything that we've like been through together, we're definitely not going to the same place. We've been through things together, but now it's time to go separate ways. So it's almost like you didn't care. It didn't bother you so much. You kind of just, you know, were over it. Wow. What an interesting reading. Okay, so pile number 1, let's do some dice here. I do like to work with dice just to pull some energy with numbers and maybe more messages. Okay, we have 6, 6, 6, 4, 4. Okay. Wow. Okay, so 66644. This could be either a number of significance to you in any way, an age, a date, a birth date. It could be a license plate number, a phone number, area code, zip code, even like a street address, anything like that that you can relate to. But also when we think of 6, we think of a balanced inner exchange with other people. And if you know, the 6 is all about the temperance. If you look at her, she's able to actually balance out 2 different cups and still not spill anything out of them. It's pretty difficult to do that. And so 6 is a balanced number. It's a number of being able to have harmony within yourself and your life and the people around you. And it is also a number of gains. So I think when you found out about this, it's going to move you into new people, new connections that might get you something that you've been wanting for a while, with the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So I don't know if like somebody found out about your project or something, and then somebody else tried to come through and say, no, but I can help you, after they said no, they didn't like your idea. Something like that could have also happened. So you might just find a different way to make it actually come through without having to use anybody, just yourself. Like, you get clever enough to figure it out on your own. But it can also be where you're able to figure it out to the point that you're able to meet the right group of people, almost like a soul tribe or something. With the 10 of Cups and 666, this is like groups of people. It's like a tribal energy. It could be like an equal exchange of something. And typically it could be like a financial exchange. It could be like charitable. It could be gaining in material, in like the material way, so, and anything tangible, or even just getting a lot of attention. Let's see, with 4 and 4, this is like foundation and structure. Okay, so maybe before in your foundation there was a lot of chaos. So maybe at home, in your environment where you worked, the people that you spent most of the time with, there was like a constant chaos or just an ongoing conflict. So I don't know if maybe, I don't know if maybe whoever it was that had come back before in the past, there was a lot of conflict between you and that person, or the group of people that you both were known by. But it seems like it was like a lot of energy going on here, and it wasn't giving you enough comfort or stability. So then you went and you found that on your own, and it looks like you may have isolated yourself from people to do that as well, especially with the 4 of Swords here and the 4 coming up twice. So I think there may have been like a comeback of some sort of energy from before, after so long of you just kind of taking care of yourself. That could also be another message. And I also think that you were kind of strategizing on how to get out of this situation, that you got so caught up in it that when this big tower moment happened, it was almost like, wow, things just kind of fell into place. I didn't really have to do anything. And now I can just be on my own. I can be in solitude. I can be in peace. I can kind of recover and get myself together. And I'm going to take my time to do that. I think that's exactly the energy I'm pulling with the honeymoon, the 10 of cups, and the 4 of swords. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to stop it right there for pile number 1. I hope any of this made sense. Please comment down below and tell me if it did. This was really fun. I do apologize that my camera died. Like I said, I charged this bad boy for a while, so that was really weird, but I think it's just my energy being all crazy again. So anyway, Pisces, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you did enjoy this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And with that said, I will catch you on the next one. Okay, so for all of you who chose pile number 2, this yellow butterfly, this is going to be the general energy happening whenever it is that you came across this reading. And let's see what it is that we have going on. I pre-shuffled these cards, and I'm finding out with you what we have as the general energy. So we have the 3 of Swords, Death, the 4 of Wands in the reverse, and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so I don't know if it was with Pisces or Scorpio that I had a reverse card and I kept it. I didn't want to read reversals, but I will keep this because it feels right. Let's see what else we have. The Knight of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. I don't know if somebody was acting really immature or if okay, let's just get straight to it. Pisces, you are going through it right now. Obviously, there was a breakup that had happened. There was a total separation between you and someone, and it literally left you so heartbroken, so miserable. And I don't know what kind of fight you got into with somebody, but you literally just stopped talking to each other. You moved on, and it's left you in a place where you feel very pessimistic about life and the future. You feel like there's like a never-ending battle with you, your emotions, and also your day-to-day actions. So I don't know if you've been sleeping and kind of not wanting, like you're unmotivated, you're not wanting to get up, start with your day, you're wanting to just stay home, you don't want to deal with anybody. It's almost like a depressed energy. It's a very hard emotional energy. Like I honestly, I want to cry right now. Like I can't, like I'm getting yeah, I'm like choking up right now. I want to cry because I don't know if you were abandoned or if you were literally completely heartbroken. So I don't know if this was a breakup in a relationship that was long term, and I'm talking like 4-5 solid years. This was like a very long-term connection that that broke your heart when it ended, and you're very stuck on the heartache, the heartbreak. You're super emotional right now, and I think you're also hiding it from people. You're not showing anyone, but you've become super pessimistic, and you feel like just bitter about love in general. This is like that wounded person who it feels like they're never going to find anyone again, or they never want to, fall so deeply for anyone ever again because they're just gonna get hurt again. This is that I never want to go through this again. I never want to get hurt again. I never want to be with someone and feel so deeply for this person, and then at the end of the day they go away or they leave me. It just doesn't work out. It's a very sad energy. Oh my gosh, pile number 2, you are going through it, and I literally want to give you a hug right now. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Okay, obviously, this means that you definitely have to learn to understand that even though it feels, it's really hard to tell somebody that's going through it that this too shall pass, because they don't see the passing of it. They just feel that emotion, and they're in their mind about the past. So it's a very conflicting perspective on life, and it makes you feel like there's no next phase, next. Oh my God, I'm like stuttering because I feel so anxious. So it's almost like you feel so hopeless to see future, and this is here to tell you that you should understand that this isn't going to last forever. What you're feeling now isn't going to be here for good. It's just a matter of you healing and processing everything so that you can grow this peace of mind within yourself and within the past, and allow things to be let go. No longer having to think about it or stress about it or feel so overwhelmed about it, or you're just not in your head about what happened in the past. You're no longer feeling any kind of deep emotional distress. You've learned to make peace with the past and see that there's still future. Even if you don't feel like there's anything exciting to look forward to, you're at least in a place where you can let go of the pain and that hurt. Empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Yeah, so this is telling you you have to evolve your feelings and your emotions, and know that when you are breaking up with someone, I mean, in this situation anyway, because it was such a long-term connection, because I'm not seeing someone who just came by. This is a long-term relationship of a good 4 to 5 years is what I'm seeing here, even like 3 years plus, 2 years plus, but I'm seeing more like 3, 4, 5 years. Because it was such an extensive amount of time that this person was in your life, you learned to have this deep connection with this other person, as did they learn to have a deep connection with you. So when you're hurting over this breakup, so are they. No one is safe here, because you were both just as committed to one and another at one point in this relationship. And that's why I think empathy and evolution is here, because you both feel each other's pain, even though it's actually for each other's best, for the higher good of both involved, evolution, to move on from this commitment or this connection. However it was that it ended, it was intended to. It wasn't meant to last forever, just for a long time. Harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. Yeah, so this is definitely someone who is going through it emotionally, someone who is depressed, heartbroken, literally just staying at home, sitting on the couch, sleeping a lot. And what you need to find in this is inner strength to move your body, exercise your mind. Don't stay stagnant in pain. Heal the pain by doing any form of activity that can release that out of your system. If it's yoga, meditating, running, walking, if it is anything that will set you into a completely different motion other than just sitting still so you can let your mind wander. What you want to do is distract it in a healthy way so that you can then have this harmony, and then you're able to evolve even more because there's so much harmony, so much inner peace, and that's what creates inner strength. And that's how you're also able to surpass whatever challenges come towards you in life, even if they are difficult emotional moments like this one. Patience, you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So transformation, evolution, the death card, these are all big cycle moments of life. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with whoever else was involved in this matter, this other person. You have to understand that, like I was saying earlier, the pain is felt both ways. It's not just you. And the fact that death is here and evolution and transformation is on the patience card, it makes me realize that you are going to go through this huge rebirth, this huge reinvention of yourself and who you are. Because you've been in this rest and recovery mode, because you've literally feel like you've had your worst happen already. You already were, you went through it. You went through it with the Three of Swords. You literally, you went through it. You were bawling for a good week straight, every day and night, morning, day and night. You couldn't let it go. It was hard. No, you couldn't even tell anyone because they would think you're crazy for feeling so horrible, or for crying so much. It was like the biggest ending you could ever feel in your life. But the beauty about death is that it's a transformation of energy. It's not an ending of energy. That's why it's not to be feared. Death is actually the representation of mutation, mutating energy. It's evolving energy, right? With evolution here. So I think the fact that somebody who was put out or put to bed here, death with this person laying in bed, and the death card, I think this is just the rebirth of you. This is when you become and you've awoken to the next phase of your life, right? Because there's this completely renewal of who you are, and the fact that you were able to surpass such a deep, horrible, emotional, traumatic moment, because breakups can be traumatic just depending on how they go in your life. They can be very traumatic and they can be very triggering to a lot of emotional despair, and this is letting me know that within the time that you're going into isolation, into that hermit mode where you're wanting to get away from people and only, stay in bed all day, just watch TV, you don't want to think, you just want to sleep. In that comes the healing. In that is when you're patient enough to know that you need to cry every tear out. You need to go through this so that you can process what happened. Because after you've processed everything that you've gone through and that you've lived through, that's when you're able to have a completely new you, a rebirth, a new perspective, a completely new manifestation of energy, so you can pull and bring in the new things that you need in life. Give without expectation. Yeah, see, so here's another thing. When you are moving on from this prior connection or this heartbreak, and you're going towards a new stage in life, leave the pessimism aside. I I did hear pessimistic earlier, and I think I mentioned that earlier with the Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Wands. There's like pessimism with seeing future in love, and with seeing future at all, period. And give without expectation is this energy of, you know, letting you know. This is basically the universe letting you know that you can have someone who wants to be with you for a long time, and you can have the same kind of love that you had once with someone else, but it's not going to be the exact, what am I trying to say here? It's almost like you think that you're never going to have this or that again in your life, right? But when you have that mentality towards anything that you want to move on from or to get into your life, when you have the mentality of it's never going to be like that again, or I never want to do this again, or it's just going to be the same story all over again. When you do that, you're only setting yourself up to fail. And give without expectation is here to let you know that you have to let go of that pessimism and understand that whatever energy you're putting out towards bringing in what you would think is expected in a relationship, I think the more that you embody that and you act it when you are participating in a connection or in a relationship, I think the more self-aware you are of how sincere you feel about another person, the less that you have to restrain yourself or to feel like I can't let them know everything, they're just gonna psych me out, they're just gonna lie, they're just gonna leave me. You don't do that. You have to give trust without expecting it back, because the other person has just as much as you. Remember, empathy is here, so the other person involved has just as much as you to lose. They've been through their own past of pain as well, not just you. Remember, everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own past experiences that led them to where they are now. So don't bring past baggage into a new love cycle, into this rebirth of you. Give love and expect love, give love without expecting love in return. The more that you do that, the more sincere that you're actually going to manifest love in, and it's going to be reciprocal and it's going to be unconditional. But you can't force anyone to love you either, right? So you have to do it from a place where you trust the universe and know that someone else is going to be reciprocating that back. That's what love is all about, is actually giving someone a chance, right? Somebody actually trying to work on something just as much as you. If you're, just dipping your toe to every water and never putting your feet in your body, and you're never going to really know if you're really never going to learn how to swim, basically, right? You have to jump in, and that's part of love. It's always a risk. It will always be a risk. No, okay, yeah. See, so I think you not having this this person in your life led you to believe that you're not you're not gonna find someone else, that you're not gonna find someone new, that perhaps no one's gonna know you like this person, or that you could never have the comfort like you did with this person. Stop setting yourself up to fail in another connection or in another relationship. What happened between you and this previous person will stay between you and this previous person. No one relationship or connection is the same. There are patterns that you can have within connections, but the actual people involved are not one and the same. So don't ever, again, carry baggage over into the next relationship. Stop being so pessimistic. Like I said, this is a very pessimistic energy. It feels like someone is being just so hard on themselves and thinks that, thinks that there's no chance and all hope was lost. But no, not all hope is lost. And no, you definitely need to get over this person. You definitely need to move on. You need to no longer hold on to what you think was something good. Oh my gosh, this is a very intense energy. And our final card here is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so this is the thing. You have to be able to open yourself up and not be so closed off. Once you have healed and processed this dark energy of a breakup and you've actually conquered it and allowed yourself to feel at ease with opening up to someone else, make sure that you take it slow and don't rush into it. If you feel like that's what you have to do to be protective of yourself and so that it makes you feel a little safer to be open to dating, then do that. No one's rushing you into anything, and don't jump to conclusions either where you think that once you meet someone new that they're not going to match up to the other person or that they're instantly going to betray you. What you have to do is know that the other person has just as much to lose, and you need to take it slow and get to know each other so that you don't get to that extreme of it's just not going to work out so quickly. Okay, so I'm going to roll some dice just to see if there's any other messages that I can pick up on here. I'm so sorry, pile number 2. I want to give you a hug, and I hope that I find some other messages that might give you hope or courage of any kind. For 1, 4, 4, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have 1, 4, 4, 2, and 3. Yeah, so you're definitely isolating yourself right now. You're definitely staying away from people. I see you in your bedroom. If you have roommates, you like literally only go outside to get food from the kitchen and then you go straight into your room. Oh, I did not mean to bump the camera, sorry guys. You literally just go to the kitchen, grab food, go back upstairs to your room, or you literally just go out of your room to use the restroom and then you lock yourself back in the room. This is if you live with other people. I see you completely just sitting in your bed or sitting on your couch watching movies. This is like really like depressing energy. It's not like you're lazy. You're just, there is no motivation. There is no inspiration. There's like nothing that you feel can fill the void. There's this big void that you feel inside. But that's what this 1 is telling me. But with 4, 4, 2, and 3, this is letting me know that the energy is around you to feel more self-love and fulfilled. I think that this relationship could be just the one thing that may be dragging you down right now, but you don't seem like the person that doesn't have other stuff going on in your life that can allow you to feel a little more grateful of what you have. You have the privilege of being able to just lay in your bed all day. You have the privilege of being able to sleep and take naps and to sit on your couch and watch TV, or to lay down in your bed for an entire day and just go do mundane things. That's a privilege to have such a comforting life like that, because not a lot of people have that, you know. So be a little bit more grateful of the things that you have in your life, because I do see a beautiful comforting energy of either other family members or friends or even like cousins that you connect with, that get you and that make you feel better, almost like you have other, like a best friend or like a niece or a nephew, someone that you babysit. I don't know, I feel like a familial energy or just like a friendly energy around you that you can allow to help you heal. And I think it's more of like a friend that wants to help, or someone that just cheers you up. And I think there's other people that see that you're not yourself lately and they want to actually reach out and you're not allowing them to do so. I see that with the 1, 4, 4, 2 and 3. It's like there's familial energy here, or like friendship energy, and you're not letting it come in. And you could have this friend who can help you and to allow you to create this new sense of life and happiness and joy. But you need to open up to it a little bit more, right? You can't just cry all day. I think you need to release this energy in one way or another, through laughter, through running, through exercise, meditating. I did mention that earlier. 1, 4, 4, 2, and 3 could be a phone number of birthday. It could be an address, a license plate number. It could be numbers that you see everywhere or synchronistic to you, or that may add up to you. 4 and 2 are significant angel numbers. 4 lets you know that your angels are with you and they are listening, so you are not alone. Like I said, there's other people that want to connect with you that you're not allowing to, and they can actually help you heal yourself and actually allow you to feel some sort of joy within you. And I think you having these people is a blessing that you're not quite opening up to, and you should. That's what your angels want you to know, is sometimes you do need other people in your life to cheer you up and to allow you to process a very difficult and traumatic thing in your life with more ease. Oh my goodness, with more ease and health. Okay, so my pile number 2s, thank you so much for stopping by and doing this pick a card reading. I do hope that your day gets so much better. I want to send you so much loving and healing energy. I hope that you really do get through this. I love you guys so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. And with that said, I will move on to pile number 3 now, and I will catch you on the next one. Okay, so for all of you who chose pile number 3, Pisces, this is the general energy reading happening for you right now. Let's just get with it, dive in, and see what it is that you need to hear. First, we have the Hangman. Let me make sure these aren't all in the... Yeah, these are all upside down, so let me just flip that over. The Hangman, Judgment, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, wrong one, let me... Transformation, Death, okay. Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just pull these down for now so I can read the energy happening. Okay, so this is someone who has been literally obsessing and thinking over and over again about a particular... I don't know if you're like obsessing over a particular project or like a creative endeavor or like something that you just can't get your mind off of. I don't know if it's a relationship or a person, but it's definitely someone that you... I don't know if it's a relationship or like a creative project that you have going on, but it's something that you're definitely not only obsessing over, but you are actually going to... You're studying so much about this particular person, you're getting to know this person a lot better, or you are over analyzing the relationship, or you may even be really doing a lot of research in whatever creative endeavor you're trying to do or pursue right now. So with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, it's something that you value a lot emotionally, but also something that you actually put a lot of work into. This is like hours and hours of dedication towards something that's emotionally fulfilling, something that is going to feel like a form of completion in your life. And with Judgment here and the Three of Pentacles, there's maybe even other people involved. So I'm seeing possibly a relationship, or if not a relationship or a connection, it's definitely something that you want to bring life to. With the Hangman energy here, it's something that you've been thinking a lot about. This is also Pisces energy, so I love that the Hangman is here for your reading. But this is about, see, the Hangman is a stagnant energy. It is a standstill. It is a pause. It is reflection, but it can also be overthinking or analyzing. Sometimes you have to make the effort to unhang yourself, and he can easily do so. He's not tied for life. He can wiggle his foot out of that loop easily, or even just do a sit-up and release himself. But instead, he chooses to obsess and dwell over something, or whatever he's looking at, you know. And with Death here, this is definitely letting me know that with Death and Judgment and the Hangman here, which, by the way, are major arcanas here with Judgment and Death. This is definitely like something going from the 3D to, or I'm sorry, from like the 5D to the 3D, from like mind to materializing. So if this is like a connection that you've come to the realization that you want to follow through with, then yes, you should. I mean, think about it. The Page of Pentacles is here twice. Page of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So this is a very analytical card. It's the energy of investigating or putting a lot of effort, making effort, not just having curiosity, but finding all of the answers to a lot of the things that you have questions to. If this is in regards to a connection or a relationship with somebody, with the Ace of Cups here, this is someone that you have gotten to know on a completely different level. This is someone that you've gotten to get to know in a deep way, that you're literally like ride or die. Something has transformed from standing still to maybe even a reconciliation, or from stagnance and seclusion to an understanding that you guys are going to try your best again. I don't know, there's something self-fulfilling here with the Ace of Cups transformation and the 2 Page of Pentacles. You know, that's the student, that's the energy of learning or gaining some sort of important knowledge that allows you to bring in the next step in life, which you want to go from the page to the knight. You know, the knight goes for it, and the page looks into it beforehand, right? Thinks about it, has the idea of it, puts together how to do it, and then the knight just goes for it after that. So anyway, this is a very important person or connection. There's a lot of depth here, Pisces, with the Judgment card and transformation. And the Hangman, it's like there's this new aha moment, this revelation. It's like this new perspective on life. It's like a new form of awakening. It's almost like these two make me want to put the Hangman in the reverse, which is how I wanted to come out originally, right? But it was just the deck that was upside down. But that's basically what judgment and transformation mean. It's getting out of stagnance, moving away from still energy, and awakening all of the frequencies around you so that you can align to the right vibration, the right person. And I think this is also a realization or an aha moment about a specific connection or a person where you've realized that you guys do actually, you guys actually work well together. You guys actually make sense together. There's actually potential here, and so far things are working out. So far things have expansion opportunity. And with the Ace of Cups, it's the mutual understanding of this. It's a mutual, connection. Like the feeling is mutual, is what I'm getting. Okay, Pisces. So overall, what I'm seeing so far is like a revelation of a connection finally coming together, like a new cycle or transformation in a specific relationship, where it goes maybe from not having seen each other in so long, and then coming together and starting, from scratch, and both parties are in agreement that they're going to do their best to be honest and commit this time. Or it could be something where you are with someone and there possibly could be an engagement, or like a higher level of commitment to someone, maybe from dating to exclusive. So something along those lines is what I'm picking up. And also I do see someone looking into creating their dreams into reality. So manifesting whatever it is that you're passionate about. This is like someone extremely creative, somebody who has an open imagination, very, very very good at either writing or drawing, or something that you do with your hands. I see like a manual, like your hands you use for something. So writing, it could be drawing or painting, but there's something that suits you and that actually makes you happy and that you're passionate about, that actually will be your main focus and fulfill you. And I don't think you're going to do this for the money. I think you're doing this as a way of freedom and liberation, maybe from the mundane, because you feel like the mundane is just boring, and you much rather dive into something that I guess numbs your mind for a minute, right? Like that you can just fall into this zone where you're doing your own thing and letting your mind kind of relax and be at ease. It's like therapy to you, but it's something that you're really good at. I mean, this is like a very creative energy. Okay, so pile number 3, very interesting so far. Let's see what else we have here. Cause effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. So yeah, this is again someone who is going to go for it, who is just going to dive into some sort of creative endeavor, some sort of relationship, some sort of something that you feel really attached to emotionally, and that makes you feel like you're free. Like you literally can just dive into this and you feel safe. You've thought about it enough to know that whatever happens next, you're okay with. You're open-heartedly giving yourself the chance to release everything you want to, express in either a creative work or in a relationship. And it's going to be something where there's this cause and effect, 3 of Pentacles, coming together, working together, a ripple effect that will actually be uplifting. It's going to be like a good cycle of progress in a project, or even a high level of commitment to someone else. So again, with that, a cause and effect and a reconciliation, I feel that as well here. Okay, willingness. Yeah, so willingness in the page of Pentacles is very similar. The Page of Pentacles is so curious that it has the ability to want to look into something a little more. It's a youthful energy, so they're definitely analytical, and they're willing to look into whatever because they're so curious about everything. So you're willing to actually get to know this person on a deeper level of commitment, or maybe you're even so willing and you have this strong willpower to connect to this passion, this creative passionate thing that you literally can let loose and be yourself with. So okay, so pile number 3, you must be some sort of artist, or you must have something that you just feel makes you feel relieved. It takes away your stress. You feel calm, you feel at ease, you feel at your best when you are either in this relationship or when you're doing this specific thing, writing, dancing. It could be, but I see something with your hands, so something like maybe you make something with your hands. Possibly, you may even possibly grow weed. I do see that as well. So you may be into natural, like gardening, or I don't know, but there's something that lets you feel like you're giving back. It makes you feel fulfilled. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel at your best. And that's really beautiful that you're doing it because it feels good and not so much because of the money. And that's what makes it even more amazing about you, is that you have the willingness to do something without having to expect anything out of it. It's really just who you are, just expressing yourself creatively. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. So look at this, cause and effect, willingness and release. So with transformation here, it's like you, again, if this is that reconciliation energy that I was feeling earlier, then I think this might be this willingness to forget about what had happened before. This is like an understanding of knowing that it didn't pan out the first time. Let's give it a go again, start over, start fresh, not have high expectations, take it slow, one day at a time. And with this willingness, we're both willing to meet each other halfway. We're going to release the past tense emotions that we once felt, or the things that held us back the first time, and try it a different route. And it's still, it's okay. It doesn't have to work out the first time around. It can take a couple of tries. Acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Yeah, see, this is like you're just going with the flow right now in this new stage with this person, in this next level of commitment. Though there's this acknowledgement that you guys are, stronger together now, or better together now, or this is just starting from scratch, ground zero, or whether you're just now saying, I'm going to do this because it makes me feel good. Whatever it is that resonates with you, this energy is saying that there is this new way of you, this rebirth of I don't know, like depth in your soul, like this rebirth of finding what makes you feel like you have life within you, like your spark, whatever lights your spark. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like once you have allowed things to simmer down from the past that didn't work out with this person, or once you have released your stress from things that you were obsessively thinking about, and you dove into this therapeutic creative outlet or into this relationship, you were willing to be open and honest with each other to then transform your connection into something that's deeper, and you were able to accept each other through the bad bad and the good, if this is a reconciliation. This is really interesting energy, pile number 3. I didn't realize this would be such a like relationship reading. Okay, past. Okay, so yeah, definitely a reconciliation is what I'm feeling here again with the past coming up and things. And no wonder my energy was on like 2 different stories at once. I was getting told there's someone coming back, but it's fine. And then I was also getting told therapy. So it definitely like a creative outlet with therapy, and definitely like a reconciliation. That's where I'm getting that relationship energy from. Past, through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. So transformation and transform your heart space. So okay, if this is about that Ace of Cups, that person, the judgment here, reconciliation, if it is about that one connection that didn't work out before and you're giving it a second go, this is going to be something where I feel it's not going to be a shit second chance. It's actually going to be a different way of looking at each other. It's almost like you have more respect for one another because you have gone through some sort of cycle together in the past, because there is that feeling of not just familiarity, or not just feeling comfortable because you've known each other before, but there's also this mutual respect for one another, that you're both able to disagree and then at one point agree to disagree and start over, start fresh, start from scratch, because not a lot of people are willing to do that, first of all. And second of all, it's not easy to have a second try. And I think this is going to be one that's actually going to be healthy and even better than before, especially with the 3 of Pentacles. It's going to be an equal give and take. It's going to be a completely fresh new start that I think you're gonna actually enjoy. Forgive yourself. Yeah, see, so I think maybe if you were the one that you felt messed up before, you've learned to forgive yourself and make peace with that past. And I think you've forgiven yourself and the other person in this connection, especially with the Ace of Cups here. It's like, and transform. It's like you almost hated yourself so much. No wonder there was this obsessive energy. Okay, now it all makes sense. Now I see why I thought this like obsessive energy at the beginning. So you were actually really hard on yourself when you separated from this person in the past. You were super hard on yourself, and you kept thinking, what did I do wrong, or what could have I done better, or what could have changed? You kind of got stuck in that pattern. And then once you healed through that, and there was a long time between you guys, I think there may have even been like 3 years of separation between you and this person that is coming back. 1 to 3 years of separation is what I'm hearing. So since you guys parted ways, you have then gone through a lot of healing where you've learned to forgive yourself and know that it was out of your hands, out of your control. And sometimes things just don't pan out the way they're supposed to. But this is definitely a situation of the right person in the wrong time. And with that way of growing with your and since you did have so much soul growth in this connection, you are now able to come together, and it's going to be a completely different relationship where you're now healed and at your best. Communicate clearly, yeah. So if it's a connection where in the past communication was off and someone was mostly shut out and would shut up and not say anything, if somebody was doing all of the talking and not the other person, maybe make that an obvious statement, or make it very clear. Open up and talk about it. Anything that may be bothering you, anything that you may be afraid of repeating a cycle, make this other person aware of that so that they know what may trigger you. And they'll be willing to work with you, believe me, they are. With the 3 of Pentacles, this is someone that's going to hear you out. They're not just going to shut you out if you tell them how you feel. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yeah, so this is, again, with this reconciliation, I feel like there was a long time, and if not now, if this isn't happening now, this is definitely happening soon. where this person that you parted ways from, if maybe you're trying to see if this person is going to come back, and if you're going, you know, maybe you feel like an idiot for still feeling connected to this person, this is a sign that you guys are actually going to come into communication and actually have a conversation and come to the understanding of giving it another shot, giving it another go. And you waiting was actually the healthy thing to do, because you needed to go through that reflection period. That's what the Hangman is saying here. I mean, the Hangman is waiting energy. It is stagnance here and worth waiting for. That makes perfect sense here. So the Hangman waited until he made the right move. You know, he's very calculating, because he's been sitting there observing everything around him and obsessing with one particular idea as well, you know. So this waiting, this stagnance that you did to heal yourself and to take care of yourself, to find this inner self-love that you lost at one point from this connection, when you finally found that, then this person is going to come through, and you guys are going to be able to have a deeper and more mature connection without having to have the fear of one hurting the other person. You're able to forgive yourselves and start and each other, and start fresh and start new. Okay, pile number 3. What an interesting reading so far. Let's roll some dice just to see what other messages I can get here. Wow, this turned out to be like a love reading. Was not expecting that. I did see a little bit of creative energy in there as well. So if this is a project that you're fine-tuning and keeping to yourself and really working on, because it's more of like it makes your heart feel full, then do that, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, with just doing something that makes you feel happy, and it's like your own therapy and something that you're really good at, that you keep to yourself and that you do just to get you through the day, then that's perfectly fine as well. But I did see that project energy earlier, but this is mostly about a relationship and a reconciliation. That's definitely what I'm feeling strongly. Okay, so we have 1, 1, 5, 3, and 4. So again, 1 and 1, this is two people going their own separate ways. And a lot of challenges here with 5 and 5 being cycles, changes, lots of energy shifting. So I think because you two had to go through transformation, right? Cycles of transformation, either with karmic lessons or karmic relationships, whatever it is that you guys had to do to evolve and develop this sense of healing and releasing and learning your lessons. Once you got through all of that, then you guys are able to actually create something that has stability. With 3 here, 3, creativity. 1 is self here, 5 is changes, and then 4, stability. So I think you guys had to be in separate places in life and learn your own karmic lessons before you guys could create something that's going to be strong and stable, that's going to be worthwhile for both of you. Okay, so the numbers that, in the order that they came through, was 1, 1, 5, 3, and 4, which could be a birthday, a street address, it could be a specific date, license plate number. You could be seeing a lot of 111 around, or you could be seeing a lot of 333. I am seeing that as well. So maybe those are numbers that are very significant to you, or that you always just resonate with, or that you see everywhere. But I definitely see you having a very honest and open conversation with somebody, like a very deep heart-to-heart, no bullshit, being open, being real, and having this fresh start, almost like you're able to breathe again, because you can come to the realization that things aren't always going to work out the way that you thought they were going to, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work out for the better good of everyone involved. It doesn't mean that it's going to go to shits right away either. You know, sometimes there has to be some bumps in the road. That's life. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Okay, so my pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this pick a card reading. I hope this did make sense and that you guys did resonate with something from this reading. With that said, I love you guys and I will catch you on the next one.